Now, as we ring in the new year, it's very clear that Israel is still dealing with many of the old threats that it has dealt with throughout 2024 and at the tail end of 2023. But what I wanted to remind everybody of, and I emphasize so importantly in this first episode of the new year, is the hostages. There are still over 100 hostages being held in Gaza by murderous terrorists. And we cannot stray or lose focus. We must keep demanding that they are released and that they are allowed to come home. Over 450 days, they've been torn away from their families. A new report released by the Israeli Health Ministry detailed some of the abuses that hostages have suffered in captivity. The testimonies taken from hostages who were released in November of last year, detailing physical, psychological, and sexual abuse. And we still have 100+ hostages still in Gaza. We cannot forget them. We cannot stop talking about them. While the international bodies at the very best have shown ineffectiveness, or the very worst have shown complete indifference and bias against Israel when it comes to bringing the hostages home, we must continue to be a voice. We live in the most powerful country on earth, and we must continue to talk about the hostages, talk about their stories, say their names, and demand that they are released. This is not okay. And while the world carries on, while 2024 rolls into 2025, we cannot forget the hell that one, the hostages are going through, and two, their families and loved ones. Kafir Bibas, potentially in a few weeks, will turn 2 years old. That is 2 birthdays celebrated in the hands of murderous terrorists. Murderous terrorists who stole these children and their parents from their homes on October 7th, 2023. In 2023, and we are now in 2025. This was completely unacceptable. We can't forget that the reason that this war started was because Israel was attacked on October 7th, 2023. That Israel was attacked, its people massacred, people kidnapped, horrific abuses occurred, and then Hezbollah in Lebanon decided to fire rockets at Israel. That the Houthis, Ansarullah in Yemen, decided to target Israel while it was dealing with the worst massacre it ever had, while we were witnessing the worst massacre of Jews since the Holocaust. This is the reality that Israel has lived with, and this is still the reality today. Thankfully, due to the strength and operational effectiveness of the IDF, Hamas is weakened, Hezbollah is weakened. The Houthis continue to still attack Israel and American troops in the region and international shipping. In 2025, we have to continue to be the voice, we need to continue to be the light, and we need to continue to be the Christians who stand shoulder to shoulder with Israel and our Jewish brothers and sisters as they deal with spiraling anti-Semitism all over the world. We are the Christians who will stand up and say, for Zion's sake, we will not remain silent. And with that, I implore every single one of you to pray, to be renewed, and redouble your efforts to stand with Israel, to stand with the Jewish people, and to never stop talking about the hostages until every single one of them is back home. This is Kasim Hafeez for the CUFI Weekly. For Zion's sake, do not remain silent. Thanks for checking out this episode. Be sure to like and subscribe so you get a notification every time a new episode hits. And if you want to check out some of our previous episodes, and we've got some really good ones, click on one of the thumbnails and that will take you right there. And finally, if you want to know more about CUFI and the work we do, go to cufi.org to check out all the resources we have available free to you.